Average thinking is one of the most dangerous mindsets you can have, not because it looks harmful, but because it feels acceptable. It tells you that doing just enough is fine, that blending in is safe, and that there's no need to push harder. Average thinking doesn't scream at you to quit. It quietly convinces you to settle. And over time, that decision slowly destroys your potential. Most people don't wake up one day and decide to live an unfulfilled life. It happens gradually. They start lowering their standards. They stop challenging themselves. They replace ambition with comfort and growth with routine. Average thinking says, "At least I'm not failing," but it never asks, "Am I becoming who I'm capable of being?" The problem with average thinking is that it removes urgency. When you accept average, there's no pressure to improve. You stop learning aggressively. You stop taking risks. You stop demanding more from yourself. Life becomes predictable, safe, and stagnant. And while stagnation feels comfortable at first, it eventually turns into frustration, boredom, and regret. Average thinking also kills discipline. When your goal is to be good enough, consistency feels optional. You skip days. You make excuses. You delay action. You tell yourself you'll try harder later. But later rarely comes. Potential doesn't disappear overnight. It fades slowly through missed opportunities and half-hearted effort. One of the biggest lies average thinking tells is that everyone lives this way, so it must be normal. But normal doesn't mean right. Normal doesn't mean fulfilling. Just because most people settle doesn't mean you have to. History is not moved forward by average thinkers. Progress is driven by people who refuse to accept limits placed on them by comfort or society. Average thinking keeps people stuck in comparison. Instead of asking, "How far can I go?" they ask, "Am I doing better than others?" This mindset caps growth. The moment you measure yourself against average standards, you stop reaching for excellence. Real progress begins when you compete with your past self, not with other people's mediocrity. Your potential demands more than average effort. It demands discomfort. It demands sacrifice. It demands moments where quitting feels easier than continuing. But average thinking avoids discomfort at all costs. It chooses ease over effort, excuses over execution. And every time you obey that voice, you reinforce a smaller version of yourself. Average thinking also weakens confidence. When you know deep down that you're not giving your best, self-doubt grows. You question your ability, your direction, your worth. But confidence is not built by comfort. It's built by proof. Proof that you can do hard things. Proof that you can stay disciplined. Proof that you can follow through. Average effort never provides that proof. The truth is, your potential is not fragile. Your habits are. You don't need more talent, more motivation, or better circumstances. You need higher standards. You need to demand more from yourself than the world demands from you. The moment you raise your standards, your behavior begins to change. And when behavior changes consistently, results follow. Breaking free from average thinking starts with awareness. Notice where you've been settling. Notice where you've been choosing easy over meaningful. Notice the excuses you've normalized. These moments are not failures. They are signals. Signals that it's time to push beyond what feels familiar. Growth requires intentional effort. It requires waking up when you'd rather sleep. Working when no one is watching. Improving when results are slow. Average thinking will always tell you to stop early. Discipline tells you to keep going. And discipline, repeated daily, transforms ordinary people into extraordinary ones. You were not designed for a small, predictable life. You were designed to grow, to build, to test your limits. Average thinking shrinks that vision. It convinces you that safety is success. But real success is expansion, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So ask yourself this honestly. Where have you accepted average when you were capable of more? Where have you lowered your standards to avoid discomfort? The answers may be uncomfortable, but they are powerful. Because the moment you reject average thinking, you reclaim your potential. Raise your standards. Demand more from yourself. Step beyond comfort. Because average thinking may feel safe today, but it costs you the life you could have lived tomorrow. Choose growth. Choose discipline. And rise without excuses.